thinking a lot about the hippocampus and you know that movie, The Fantastic Voyage. These people, they were inside the body, and they traveled all around the body, and the white cells were trying to get them, and then they came out of a tear in the eye. I loved that movie when I was little, so I always thought that would be a really interesting way to look at the brain, right? If you could get inside and see how things travel from one part to another, you know, and the hippocampus, which is what this is supposed to look like, is a structure that's used for learning, mostly for learning, not necessarily for memory storage, but more for learning.
You could do this.
Oh yeah, that's definitely like it. Yeah.
And then have people walk in.
Cool. That would be great.
Real cool.
And then just tweak that shape so it continues to curve.
Yeah, that would be great. And then have these different things like you
And
have
that's
here.
where these could be these.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And then these could be triangles. Just like that.
All right, and so one half of this would be male and one would be female.
Yeah.
And we could still do maybe the face here and a face here. So when no matter which way you enter, you know that you're entering the male side, the female side. You got the head, you got the thing behind it, and then the fence, this would be the same height. So then your bamboo's behind that. And then maybe we can, if it's at night, we can uplight it or something.
The eye's got to go up. It's going to come down to here, and it'll be.
How cool.
The whole thing will be only about 3/4 of an inch thick, so it won't be that heavy.
Okay.
And the question would be whether to have it be freestanding or mounted on the bamboo stuff somehow, or I don't know.
This is our whole space.
You're gonna have bamboo walls.
What's that?
You're gonna have bamboo walls.
Right. It's not as big as I would have thought, so we don't maybe need this many pictures. You think it's really big? Yeah?
I think so.
For a landscape.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Okay.
Maybe she's just trying to get out a picture. We
No,
had her
I'm
at 32,
not. I swear I'm
now
not.
she's down to 18. Pretty soon it'll be like 4. I didn't want any pictures, so
No.
she did like a little line.
No, I mean, I didn't know they were going to be like the focal point. I mean, I'm happy about it. It's good.
I think we should paint it at the top, do something. That's interesting. Look at that. That's it right there. See what goes out? Hey, Dole. Hey, Dole. That's it. Where it goes down in front. It's like where it goes out.
Dolph, who's the landscape architect, he did this with the bamboo, which is great. So he, because initially we were going to do like 6 feet walls, just like to here or so. And then once he got the bamboo, he said it looked so great having it, he just kept it. I think it's much more interesting than I would have imagined. I think it's because it's surrounded by all these other projects that are related. So it's not, I think I saw it as being more stark. Like, you have this bamboo thing in the middle of, because when we saw this, it was just a vacant lot. So it was hard to imagine that it would look this complex and interconnected. Believe me, I'm not the only person interested in the hippocampus. It's the most popular brain structure that there is. It's fascinating to most people for what it does and also for the way it looks. Really, till about 10 years ago, it was assumed that the brain didn't make new neurons. It turns out that the brain does continue to make neurons. A great number of them happen to be in the hippocampus. So these cells are made in the thousands. But at least to me, one of the interesting things is most of the cells die. And what we showed is that if animals learn something that requires this part of the brain, then they survive. I mean, I guess I don't expect too much. I mean, some people don't even know what the hippocampus is, right? So, so that would be enough, right? If someone just said, "Oh, I know what the hippocampus is." I guess I'd like for people to think about how you learn. I mean, it's not, you say, "Oh, of course the brain does it," but what does that mean? The brain does it. How does it do it? It's quite an interesting question.